Dr. Christine Moore, and I am with More Wellness in Plano, Texas. And I thought I would spend a little bit of time here introducing why I created and came up with this system of functional fertility first. Functional fertility first is a natural way of conceiving as opposed to the artificial methods of conceiving a baby. So it kind of starts like a long time ago, early in practice. I've been doing this for decades, like almost 40 years, like in a year, which is unbelievable because I still love it. So I got an additional degree beyond the chiropractic. My background is in nutrition. Nutrition got me to chiropractic school. Then after that, I just have always loved babies. Babysat a lot as a little kid. Love the babies. Wanted a whole ton, and I got 3 amazing ones, which is marvelous. And so when I went back for another certification degree, it was like, what am I gonna do? I don't want to do something boring like, I don't know, I hate to say this, not to offend anybody, but like radiology or something like that. It would just be like, oh my gosh, 3 years of that. But I ended up going to get a diploma in pediatrics, chiropractic pediatrics, right? And it was great. It was really great. It was, we learned lots of neat little details, and so I had that in my pocket, and I've always treated a ton of babies and always had a really good success with helping people get pregnant when they were having a difficult time conceiving. So one day I was out in Phoenix, and with my family, and my youngest, who was in Dallas, calls and says, hey Mom, I think I got a new project for you. And I was like, oh, I need a new project. Okay. So not, but he's a wise guy. So I thought, well, I'll see what he's got on his mind. And he says, since COVID, so many of people my age and older are having a really hard time conceiving. And he is correct. And I was like, okay, now he has my attention. And he said, over the years, just listening to you in the evenings and things like that, he said, you have really good success with helping people conceive and get a baby naturally. And he said, but it has to be systematized, and you do it from here. It's like all in your head, and it's there, but it's not like written down. And you got to put it organized and then put it out there so people can see it. And I was like, that's a good idea. So then I pondered that as I was just laying in the pool reading a book, thinking I should do something like that. And so I acted upon that, and it's taken, some time to write it down, get it in place. And while the fertility part of it was not new to me, organizing things that are up here, could be a little new to me, because it's kind of like I just did what it took. Every time people come in and say, I have this, and then you just do what it takes. But then, putting it in a systematic fashion, that took me some time. So here we are, full circle, and it's like, maybe if natural fertility and a way of conceiving naturally is your thing, that's awesome. This is going to be a good cup of tea for you. And if some of the artificial methods is more your cup of tea too, that's fine too, but that's just not me. So basically it ranges from people that, like, I had a gal the other day. Now my front desk and I are cutting up about it because I have a young lady who has 2, and she was really having a hard time with her 3rd, and it just wasn't coming. And so it took her a little while to get the appointment. And so she walks in the front door, and my front desk gal teasingly said, so, like, are you pregnant already? And she looked at us and she just started laughing, and she goes, yeah, it's like it happened as soon as I made the appointment. So that's our joke now. Sometimes you don't even have to come in. You just make the appointment and it happens. Not really, but that was kind of a funny. There's people that have been told that they will never be able to conceive. And so they just do chiropractic, they start being healthy, they live their life, and then, oh, surprise, surprise, they have an angel coming, and it's always a very welcome surprise when something like that comes, right? We are joy-filled with babies. It is what I think it is so important with the chiropractic and the nutrition, and anybody that knows me knows that I am all about doing things as natural as possible and for the biggest benefit for all concerned, right? To the extent that part of the package is, or anybody that I see for chiropractic or otherwise, I believe so strongly in that first year of life that since I started practice, if I have one or both of the parents actually under care, that infant and that newborn, not only have we assisted with it, however, I provide free care for that baby and as much as they need for that first year of life, because it's just the biggest change of our entire life is that first year. We're talking cognitive balance, immunity first and foremost. So I think if we can give them that would be the best present I could give somebody, to have a really great start, because we've got plenty of time in our big life to screw ourselves up. But if we could start out with all cylinders firing as much as possible that first year, it really shifts things. So that's kind of a little bit of how I got into it. Each day is always fun. We smother the babies with joy, and we share the sadnesses when they come too, because nothing is 100%, right? So if this kind of piques your interest, give us a call. It's functionalfertilityfirst.com, and that is sponsored by More Wellness. And I am Dr. Christine Moore. I'm a chiropractor. I have undergraduate work in nutrition. So I call it functional wellness, right? And in additional studies and certifications in chiropractic pediatrics. And actually, I just really love everything that is natural, whole, and promotes amazing, vibrant health, and want to push that forward and move that forward for people to have the same quality of health and vibrance and zest. So give us a call, 469-467-1125, or shoot us an email, or go to the website. I look forward to working with you and answering any questions you might have. Thank you very much.